Hi everyone. Um, let's start with the agenda first. So first we're gonna introduce the club, tell us what we're all about. Um, and then we're gonna go into the details of the meetings, what we do, what you should expect. We're gonna tell you more about Pathways, which is the education program. You're gonna know more about the meeting rules involved in the meeting themselves, the mentorship program associated with it, as well as the next steps that you should take in order to become a member of the Oak Society. I'll give the floor back to Elena.
So, as Serge mentioned, this is our team. We are a team of 6 alumni and Toastmasters. We are a team of 6 alumni, and more information about Toastmasters. So, it is a global organization founded in 1924. So, it is over than 101 years old. It provides a supportive environment for practicing speeches, receiving constructive feedback, and building confidence. Think of it as a testing space, a space where you test out your public speaking skills with no judgment attached and no one who will critique you unjustly. Toastmasters utilizes structured programs including guided speech projects and leadership pathways to support your personal and professional growth, in which you will be offered valuable opportunities for networking, community building, and you will have access to the national and international communities of Toastmasters. Now, why do I mention international? So, Toastmasters organizational levels. This whole club starts with you, the member. You are the pillar of the Toastmaster Club, and you are the pillar of the entire organization. Your club, which will be hopefully the Oak Society, will belong to the area of Lebanon. We have 6 clubs now, and we will be the 7th club in Lebanon. The area is subject to the division which is Dubai, the district which is Greater Dubai, and the region which is the United States of America. So this is an international organization. We are affiliated with Dubai, and then we are affiliated with the US. More information within the second slide. The international network consists of more than 260,000 members worldwide and in over 140 countries. In Lebanon, our clubs are divided into 6, as I've already said. We have 4 English-speaking clubs and we have 2 English-speaking clubs. These are the club names, and most of us here who are initiating this club here in St. Joseph are from Loudspeakers Club, Zouk and Gael, which are all sister clubs. And whenever you are a member at this club, you can also present your speech at any other club. This is one thing to note. Please. This is the most important part. Okay, so now we've learned about Toastmasters. We've learned what it is. It's an international NGO. But I can hear your question. What will be doing throughout the meeting? The meeting is divided into 3 parts. The first part is the prepared speeches. The second part is the impromptu speeches. And the third part, which is the evaluation section. In the first part, members deliver speeches that are 5 to 7 minutes long. The speeches that members will be delivering are part of their educational pathway. More on that later. For the impromptu speaking sections, this is a section that is open to all. Members and guests alike are able to participate within this section. Participants are given around 30 seconds to prepare their speech based on a question given to a related theme. We'll be having a mock section for the impromptu speeches shortly. And finally, we have the evaluation section. Now, whenever people hear about evaluation, you often misconceptualize it to harsh criticism. Whereas in Toastmasters, all evaluation is constructive and it helps you grow both as a person and as a public speaker. What to expect? As I mentioned, the first section is always the prepared speeches. A member prepares a 5 to 7 minute speech and delivers it. Now, the content of the speech and the evaluation material are all predetermined on Basecamp in your pathway. What is Basecamp and what is the pathway? Whenever you become a member in Toastmasters, you will be able to choose a pathway. A pathway is basically like an educational program that has certain milestone and speeches that you need to complete in order to complete your pathway. The pathways are here. There are 6 pathways, and each pathway is tailored to specific goals. So whenever a new member joins Toastmasters, I think the most important question it is to ask them why they have joined this club in the first place. If you have joined to become a better comedian or to tell jokes on the fly, engaging humor is the pathway that you should be choosing. If you want to become a better presenter at work or at school or anywhere you need the presentation skills, then presentation mastery is your go-to. Motivational strategies, visionary communication, all of these pathways are tailored towards your goals. Now, the sample speeches, we have learned about the pathway. It's time to learn about some sample speeches. This is level 1, project 4. It's a sample speech, and I will be telling you about its goals and its objectives. This goal is common to all pathways, and it is mainly on how you can take feedback and apply it. So it is divided into 2 parts, A and B. Part A, you go up and deliver a speech. You receive feedback and evaluation on your delivery. And then part B, which is apply that feedback and re-deliver your speech on a later date. This is the common starting speech for all pathways, the icebreaker. Now, the icebreaker, its name is self-explanatory. It is basically an introductory passage where all members go up on stage for 4 to 6 minutes, introduce themselves in a brief speech, and it is common among all pathways. Serge, can we please move? All right, this is one of these speeches that is a little bit more challenging, but I think that our teachers can relate to this speech a lot. This speech is called Dealing with a Difficult Audience. It's a speech that I have delivered around 2 to 3 weeks ago, and it is one of the most challenging speeches to deliver, especially trying to maintain your composure. So within this speech, you have around 4 to 6 people whose role it is to distract you or to disturb you while you are delivering your speech. And you are not allowed to kick them out. You are not allowed to cuss them out. You are not allowed to do anything to them, but to move and shift the attention of the audience to you, to your speech, to your material, and to your agenda, and not of that of the disruptors. And this is exactly what you are evaluated on. You are not evaluated on your messaging in this speech. You are evaluated on how you are able to deal with a difficult audience. Now for the table topics section. This is the section where most members have the most fun throughout our meetings. A sample question will be, if you could instantly acquire one skill, what would it be? But before we have our participant to come up and answer that question, let me first tell you about the rules. You have 30 seconds to prepare. Guests are notified at 30 seconds and have up to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Members are notified at 1 minute and have up to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, what are you notified of? You are notified that you are eligible for voting and that your speech is actually valid. So if you are a guest, you can speak for a minimum of 30 seconds. And if you are a member, you have to speak for a minimum of 1 minute. I would like to call upon Eli. Eli?
Yes, so Eliasef isn't here. Can JP do that?
Okay, so it's no worries, no worries. So basically what I wanted in this session is someone to basically answer the question, but I think the idea is a bit clearer. Now, going to the evaluation sections, a section where I regard it to be one of the most important sections within Toastmasters. Now, let me first take away the misconceptions that you might have about evaluations. First of all, which is the most obvious, evaluations are only about pointing out mistakes, which is not true at all. Evaluations highlight strengths and offer constructive suggestions. You need to be an expert to give a good evaluation, which is also false. Anyone can give valuable feedback by being observant and supportive, and which is one of the core pillars of Toastmasters. It is a peer-to-peer learning experience. So there are no hierarchies, no one can tell you what to do. It's at your own pace, and you learn from your peers. Third of all, evaluations are intimidating or judgmental, which is completely false. They are meant to uplift and encourage speaker growth. And most importantly, evaluations are not just a formality. They are a core ingredient of making a better, more cohesive speech. How the evaluation process works. This process has a bunch of criteria to be worked. The process is different based on your project, as we mentioned before, such as the icebreaker, applying feedback, and even dealing with a difficult audience. And this evaluation differs, for example, if you are trying to compete in an international competition. If you remember, when I've mentioned the hierarchy of Toastmasters, the people who win in the club contest go to compete in the area contest, which encompasses all of Lebanon. Those that win in the area go and compete in Dubai. Those that win in Dubai go and compete in the United States. So this is part of your learning experience, and you are also able to showcase your skills and to compete on an international level and not just on a club level or even a national level. So the sample meeting flow is 2 prepared speeches. I think you get the idea. 4 to 7 table topics participants. So it is people who answer impromptu questions. 2 evaluation speeches, 1 grammarian report, and the general evaluation of the meeting as a whole.
So now that Elia has covered pretty well what we do in the meetings, what Toastmasters is, let us jump into the next section, which is us convincing you. Why would you want to join a Toastmasters club? Next slide, please. On this slide, you can see that more than half of Fortune 500 companies have their own Toastmasters club. No, they do not just attend club meetings, they have their own, which shows the importance of that, because as we emphasized in the past few sections, is that we work on communication skills, on leadership skills, which are all core values in all of those companies that we see on those slides. Next, please. You can see other companies that use those skills as well. And the benefits of joining a Toastmasters club are the following. First, you gain increased articulation. You practice how to structure your speeches, your impromptu speaking, as well as the ideas, how to structure them properly and confidently. Because this is a skill that you train. I get this question a lot. I'm a member in Speakers and Leaders in AUB. And a lot of the times people think that public speaking or communication is a skill that you have naturally, but it is not. All of the verbal flow, the clarity, the impact you can have, as well as the technique you can use, they're all practice skills. So that you have to do that through practice, you repeat that on multiple occasions, and that's what Toastmasters provides. It provides you an outlet to practice that weekly, every single week. More than that, you get increased self-confidence, and that is mainly through speaking regularly, as I said before, in a very supportive environment. And Eli also very clearly covered the basis of the evaluation and how it helps you. Because as a member for more than 4 years, I can tell you that the evaluations are so supportive, they help you grow, and they help you overcome your fear of public speaking if you have it, which is more common than you think. And it creates progress and builds your personal assurance. So you can see your journey through pathways and through your personal development. And more than that, you get a sense of community. The Toastmasters community is very inspiring and very supportive. In my past 4 years as a Toastmasters member, I've met people from all across Lebanon, and all of them are very supportive when you need feedback, mentorship, and not just in Toastmasters, but in life in general. Next slide. And the learning doesn't really stop at the club itself. You have the Toastmasters magazine, which gives you updates about the progress clubs are doing abroad. You have speech contests, which is on the club level, on the area level, and on the international level as well. You have district conferences where you get the chance to network with other members from different countries. And as a matter of fact, any country you go to, you will find a Toastmasters club. So if you're living abroad and you happen to move out of Lebanon for some reason, you will find a Toastmasters club in a different country. So you can continue your leadership journey wherever you are, in any place you are. Next. And let's jump into our progress so far. So as we said, the Oak Society is going to be the 7th club to open in Lebanon. Next slide. So today we started with the educational session, in which we're telling you more about the club, what we're doing, and mark your calendars. On Tuesday, 22nd April, we have the kickoff meeting in the auditorium in SJS, in which we will do a mock meeting. You can see what we talked about more in practice, or you can see how the meeting usually goes to make your decision. And on June 3rd, elections of the executive committee will be done. So now let's talk about the fees. If you want to learn public speaking, get verified as a public speaker, that can be very expensive. For Toastmasters, you pay only $60 for a 6-month membership per person. And compared to other education and training programs, which can range up to $2,000 per person, that's very affordable. And that's not counting the weekly meetings that you get, the mentorship that you get, and the sense of family and community that this experience offers. Because you're not just getting a coach or someone that's teaching you that skills, you're also getting a mentor that's constantly helping you throughout your journey. So you're growing with the club. And you get a lot of chances. And that's all at a very low cost compared to other programs and seminars. But, well, other benefits that we haven't talked about include the following. So Toastmasters is a known name. So when you add it to your CV, usually employers recognize that name, and it's very verified. As a matter of fact, I know a friend from AUB that got an internship in the 2nd year, maybe just from having Toastmasters on his CV. More than that, the value of community in Toastmasters is so strong that also in employment decisions, a lot of our members have gotten referrals, have met people from other countries, and networked with people from diverse places. So it's not just the skills you gain, it's the network that's helping you grow in your personal life and your career as well. And I don't know what each of your backgrounds are, but I'm sure we have engineers, we have doctors here, we have people working in diverse fields. And having technical skills is amazing. This is something the Lebanese education system is very good at. But when you have technical skills that are very good, without effective communication, leadership skills, teamwork skills, they value nothing. And this is what we offer here. We offer you an very effective and good means to learn those skills and practice them regularly. And I am going to repeat that this is a principle I go to. Public speaking is like a muscle. It requires a lot of practice, a lot of training, and it's not just about trying once or twice. It's about doing that regularly, and this is the value proposition we're offering. Next. So if you're ready to join the club, here are a few notes you should take. If you're above 18 years old, not 21, sorry, error on this slide. If you're above 18 years old and you have the will and you have the time to commit to this club and the will to improve, you're more than welcome to join. And alumni, teachers, and the general public is welcome to join this club. So you don't have to be an SJS alumni. Anyone can join. And you can contact us. We can give you your phone numbers in the chat, or you can contact us on the group chat. We're more than happy to answer more questions. if you have any, at the end of the session and privately if you have something you want to ask. Thank you. Now the floor is open to questions, so if you have anything to ask, feel free to put them on the chat, unmute your mic. We're here to answer any points that weren't clear during the presentation.